Hi, my name is Jamaica Tapper-Bradshaw, and my presentation is about the importance of a suicide counselor. I hope you enjoy. The purpose of this presentation is to emphasize the importance of a career as a suicide counselor. We will cover general facts about suicide, goals of a suicide counselor, characteristics and skills needed, education requirements, a salary overview, and interesting facts along the way. Suicide. As we all know, suicide is a pretty big deal. The main thing to take from this slide is that suicide, it does happen. Anyone can become a victim, and because of that, it should be taken very seriously and never overlooked. There are some symptoms that a victim may show, such as withdrawal, excessive depression, change in appetite. It's important to look out for these signs and symptoms in order to help prevent victims. Here is a goal example quoted by Susan Wheeler. The ultimate goal is to help someone in need and to prevent tragedy as much as possible, to build up clients, and to help them realize their own worth. Employment. This table illustrates the top 5 states with the highest employment rates. As you can see, California is the highest and New York is the lowest according to the table. Now, the employment rate doesn't necessarily mean they make more money. If you look at Pennsylvania and Virginia, Pennsylvania has a higher employment rate, but Virginia makes more money annually. Something to think about. Since this profession is more sensitive, potential counselors should be able to portray a certain level of professionalism. Some of the characteristics are listed here, which include working with grace and humility, being flexible, which mainly applies to many different careers, exhibiting a positive attitude, a sense of purpose, as well as a sense of humor. One of the most important is the ability to observe a situation from a point of view unlike your own. One of the most important attributes that are needed in this career are listening skills. The client needs to first feel that they can open up to their counselor in order to progress in their treatment. Counselors should use active listening, which means having eye contact and having the ability to paraphrase what they have understood. Now let's look at some pros and cons. Saving lives is always a pro. If you're big on helping people and changing lives, this career is perfect for you. This career is very demanding though. There will be times when you can't help someone, and that could be very devastating. Some of the cons include the possibility of carrying around grief. Say you have a client that you couldn't help and they end up committing suicide anyway. That could follow you a long ways. If you aren't resilient enough, those emotions could also be very overwhelming. This career in total can be very draining. Now that you know a little bit about a suicide counselor, if you are considering this career, please don't be this guy. The worst thing you could ever do for your client is not listen to them. This shows a lack of respect and could also result in a loss of a counselor to client's relationship. Please take this career seriously, and I hope you guys enjoy it.